Oh, yes, this is what we needed. Hello, everybody. Just ignore that introduction. So, hi. I thought I would just do this because it's easier. And I think I might start, because I've got a YouTube channel, I think I might start just popping these on there. So then I can look back on them like as a fond memory of some type. Like it's really interesting watching yourself go from one thing to another. Hi. Anyway, ignore me. Hi. Long time no see. Like most of everybody. Um, so for those of you who don't know, and haven't spoken to me in a while, I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update, and I thought I'd also give the group an update as well. The group know who they are. I promised I was going to update them when I went to Preston, but I never did. But I will try here. So basically, I was diagnosed a year and a half ago with something called functional neurological disorder. So it's very hard to explain. I'll try and explain it the best I can. So it's like a condition which is affects all your nervous system, but you don't actually have anything wrong with your nervous system. It's basically the wiring from your brain to your nervous system, and it's quite believable. Shall we speak a load of crap? It's a condition that's not very well known, and a lot of doctors and don't take it seriously, and they like always call you like it's very psychologically quite a difficult condition to have, because a lot of doctors think you're just faking it, you're making it up, and it's quite hard to deal with that type of stuff. So yeah, my God, I will tange off. I do apologise, but you know me very well, and you know I will tange. So, if you've been wondering why you haven't heard a word from me for a year and a half since London, or since forever, since lockdown, it's because of that. So, what happened is, with this condition, I got diagnosed in London, and it was literally like a small tremor of the foot. I could still walk with like a Zimmer frame, like the old lady that I was, with my little tea trolley and things like that. So I had to go home to be taken care of because I couldn't stay in London. So with that, unfortunately, as I went home, I can't say it, deteriorate. I got worse. That's what I'm trying to say. I got worse. And I, oh, somebody's listening to some music. That's fine. I got worse. So it wasn't immediate, and there were some things in my life that happened that did unfortunately impact on this condition. It's a very hard condition to explain. I recommend you looking it up, and just seeing what the condition is, because it's horrifying. Like, I have been the like best percentage of it, because I don't get half of what some people have. Some people get paralyzed for the rest of their lives. They can't move their limbs and things. Some people can't talk. There's a girl who I'm with currently, and she can't move her legs and she can't talk, but she can move her hands and she can write. I can't write, which is very hard to take. So you basically, all the things that you learn as an adult, or that you body develops, it basically goes. So when I go into a new room or a new place, or I meet new people, it takes my body and my mind a long time to just adjust to that. And with that comes a lot of tiredness. So the reason that I'm not responding is not because I'm ignoring you. I very much want to message you all and tell you what's going on and things like that. But with this condition, tiredness does strike at the opportune moment, always, and it will probably strike me for tomorrow for doing this. Because the littlest of things makes me tired. It's crap. And I fucking hate it. And I shouldn't swear, but there we go. I just want to say, if you've had any birthdays, any anniversaries, anything, special occasions or things, and I haven't responded, it's not because I don't want to. It's because I'm simply just exhausted, or I don't know, or I have forgotten. Because my memory is shockingly bad now. Like, you know when people go, my memory is bad? Like, my memory is so bad. I don't mean it to be. At the moment, all I'm able to do, communication-wise, is maybe speak to my dad, like now, and my stepmom, like now and again. I try and speak to my brothers now and again, and I try and speak to my best friend now and again, but that's very rare. That's maybe once a week with her, because it's very hard and very tiring for me to just speak to everyone, and I wish I could. And somebody's here because I can hear them singing hello. But anyway, enough of that babbling on. That is the condition that I have. I'm currently now in Middlesbrough. So I went from going home to being transferred to a care home to staying there for 6 months. And I have got to say, that was an eye-opening experience. And then going from the care home to a place in Preston called, oh my goodness, I've forgotten the name of it, Sue Ryder, and that was a neurological rehab downstairs for like 14 patients, and they understood the condition, functional neurological disorder, to now being transferred to Middlesbrough, which is only for women. There is only 20 beds, I believe, but I'm in a bungalow with another girl who has the same condition as me. She's about 10 years younger than me. I'm like the oldest for once, not the youngest. And it's basically trial and error here. But it's very hard. We've now started doing psychological things like going back into the past, talking about present, but going very much into detail about it. Like to the point where we're talking about like what I did to the minute, and it's very hard. If you think going to therapy is hard, my God, times that by 2, because they don't let you get away with like the small details. They go right in there, and then they say, well, maybe you've got this symptom from that. And it's so difficult. Anyway, I'm not going to sing it I'm not going to do a woe is me, because I will not. All I will say is I've had a very odd year and a half. So I got worse. The care home wasn't great. I couldn't really deal with light. I couldn't really sit in a wheelchair, put my feet on the floor, or have a shower. I then went from the care home to Preston, where I was determined, these were my goals: to get in a wheelchair, to have a shower, I can't remember the rest, to get in a wheelchair and to have a shower. I think there might have been one more, but I can't remember. To brush my teeth by the sink. That was one. And there was to be able to go outside, which was another. And I think that might have been about it. So I smashed all those goals, and I do have a video of me going in the wheelchair for the first time, going outside without having any problems. Obviously, it's very hard because to do these things, I have to find coping strategies. My mouth, honestly. Which I find myself, I've had to do a lot of work on myself. I've had to cut a lot of things out. I haven't had a can of Coke or a normal cup of tea. Yes, you have that right, people. A normal cup of tea in about a year. I am now on non-caffeine tea. And I'm sure there is a lot of you sitting there being very shocked because you know how much I loved my tea. Like, I loved it so much. And I would have cups and cups of it, but I don't have it anymore. I do have tea, but I don't have caffeine-free tea. And I don't have caffeine-free Coke. I have non-caffeine Coke and non-caffeine tea, which I'll tell you what, there's not really much of a taste difference between the non-caffeine and the caffeine tea for me personally. Maybe I've just got completely used to the tea bags and things like that. But anyway, I've done a lot of that. I've done a lot of going into yoga. I do meditate now. I've sort of turned into one of these yogis. I don't want to be one of those, but no offense to anyone if they are, like, it's just not personally for me. But it's whatever. If it's gonna help me have somewhat of a better life, then I'm all for it. So I have like an oil diffuser. Yes, I do. Got that for my birthday. It's like the best thing ever. And I do meditate every day, and I do yoga. At the moment, I will not lie, I haven't done much meditating or yoga because I've been tired. And it's always a problem. If I'm tired, I cannot, no matter what I try strategy-wise, it doesn't work because I'm tired. So all the strategies that I find, all of them that I do and I put in place when I have energy, they're absolutely useless when I'm absolutely zonked. So I have to find the balance. And for those who know me, they will know that I will just keep going and 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 going. I mean, pure example, the girl who decided to have 2 jobs in London and work longer than 12 hours a day sometimes. Like, I'm just pointing it out. I was a bit of an idiot, but I don't regret anything that I've done, like, at all. This is a very weird thing, vlog, whatever thing. I'm not very good at these, but anyway. I'm in Middlesbrough, and I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. I arrived here about, I'd say it's been a month. We're now starting to get into the nitty gritty. And just as I was like, I'm going to get in the wheelchair and go outside, oh, what just happened? I caught fucking COVID, didn't I? Absolutely fuming I was. I was so angry. I was like, how have I caught it? I've been in my room, like, doing nothing, not leaving this room, not at all. And I was ready to go outside, and they were like, got a bit bad news for you. I'm afraid you can't leave your room because you've got COVID. And I was just so angry. Oh my God. Oh dear. So yes, I am currently in isolation as well, but I'll take the good with the bad because I was struggling to basically have showers about 6 months ago. 7 months ago, sorry. To the point where I had to be in like this thing called a shower trolley, and I'd lie down, and they'd have to put all the I'd have to put all the soap on me first, and then they'd have to do the get the shower hose, well, you know what I mean, and put it all over my body. But I would have to start with, the first couple of weeks was just endless episodes, and I won't go too much into those because I know what they are, and I don't want, well, I could, so you get more of a gist. So basically, they would be consisting of non-epileptic seizures, which are just seizures that are not dangerous to your obviously your inside, but they are still very much real. I'd have like screaming episodes. If you've ever watched Lord of the Rings and you've heard those bloody what are they called? The Nazgul things, dragony things, and they make that weird noise. That is the noise I was making. It was horrendous. Little knee jerks, things like that. I won't go into any much more detail than that because I don't need to, and I don't know. I feel like, well, anyway, that just shows like how hard it was because of the sensitivity with the water. Like, that is a sensitivity that I had to get over. So I was just determined to keep having a shower, even though I was going through hell to do it. But you have to do that here. You have to put yourself through hell in order to just basically get to the other side. It's not fun, but I'm fucking determined and I'm fucking driven to do it. But you don't just go through hell physically, you go through hell mentally and psychologically, and it's very fucking difficult. It's very fucking difficult. I will not lie to you. I'm already getting tired talking to you right now. So a sign that I'm getting tired is like my mouth starts to slur. I can feel it going to the left, like it always does. This is a shit vlog. But anyway, we move from there. So from Preston, I smashed all my goals, and then we were figuring out what to do because I was initially there for 13 weeks, but they extended it another month because I was getting upset because I didn't do a lot in the first month because of overstimulation. And when I'm talking overstimulation, like being in a room that you've never been in before and like hearing new sounds and seeing new people, that is a stimulation. And you don't realize like how much you rely on your nervous system. It's fucking scary, if I'm completely honest. And I completely think it's like it's not talked about enough because your nervous system literally controls the whole of your fucking body. Like everything. Like from your bladder to your bowels to your hands to your arms to your legs. Because do you know what happens sometimes? My leg just randomly goes up in the air because it is being controlled by my nervous system, which is being controlled up here. So yes, it's very, what's the word, underappreciated. By the way, if you've skipped all this and like you're just like, oh yeah, I'm bored of this, don't want to hear this girl, feel free, like go go sailing. I don't really know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I do tange and sometimes I do what's the word, not tange, but I do jump, and I do struggle with what I'm talking about. There's now been points where I'm struggling like to figure out emotions a little bit, and it's fine. We move because what else can we do? We can't just sit here and be upset about everything. We just need to get on with it and like live life and all that. But I just wanted to let you know that that's the reason I'm not responding, it's not because it's because I hate you and I'm like, oh, bugger off. I don't want to speak to you anymore. It's because I'm just very tired and it can become overwhelming when I have so many messages to just think about going through them and stuff. Like, I appreciate so much of the support, and I appreciate some of the people who have actually gone in to research this. And I've just got to say, I absolutely appreciate and love the fact that one of my friends went and did an FND awareness thing and sent it through to the charity FND Hope, and they did an FND aware poster. Like, that made me cry. And just things like that, guys. And you know, right, I'm just gonna say this, okay? You can donate, like, through Amazon. So you know, you have Amazon, you can get this thing called Smile Amazon. And if you go on Amazon and you type in Smile Amazon, what happens is every time you make a purchase, they take a small percentage of that purchase that you've made, and Amazon will donate like a tiny bit of money to a charity of your choice. So I do it, and I've donated about £15 to FND Hope because that's my charity that I do. But I feel like people should know this more. Like, it's really bad that they don't. Like, and you're literally really not donating, not paying any of your own money, and you're donating to a charity. So when you're buying something, you go, oh yeah, I bought this for such and such, but do you know what? I've just donated to charity. Like, God. Um, I just want to say, like, I love you all. And I want to say that this is a special shout out for my auntie, if she's watching, my auntie Teresa. I felt so upset when I heard the news about you going into hospital, and I felt upset that I just didn't have the energy to message you or to do anything for you, anything special. I wanted to send you something nice, but then I didn't want to bombard you because I feel like everyone was bombarded you with with things, and I felt so upset that you were going through that. And I I love you a lot, and I feel sad that I couldn't have been more there for you during that time, since you've been there with us through all the hard times that I've had, especially with mum and things. And I just want you to know that I wasn't I wasn't being too in my own bubble. I knew, and I was aware. I was I'm sorry. I was just so exhausted and overwhelmed and upset, and this is me talking about me, and it's not about me. It's about you, and it's about everything that happened with that wheelchair. Like, I hope that you're doing better. I've seen that you have, and I'm so happy about that. And I also want to do, like, a big shout out to my cousins, Katie and Grace, who have basically been amazing. Like, just messaging, wanting to know how I'm getting on, and really trying to be there as best as they can. And, like, I appreciate that. I appreciate people that try and be like, hey, like, I hope you're okay, and things like that. And, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fucking waffling. I hope this video doesn't offend anyone. I don't think it could, but it might somehow. What I think I'm going to do is, because it takes too much energy for me to just go, right, I'm going to send you all messages separately, I think I'm going to start putting up little achievement clips that I've done that are very special and significant to me, that I feel that I want you guys to be a part of. If you'd like to be, you don't have to be. I'm going to put it on a YouTube that I had, because then anyone can just click on it and I'll just be like, here's the link, go and click on it and things like that. So you can see those wonderful moments of me getting in the wheelchair, of me leaving Preston, of me leaving into the garden in here, getting in my new wheelchair, things like that. Because I think they're very important memories for me to keep, and I'm going, what's the word? I really want to keep them, because even if I get better, if I get 100% better and like I can walk and things like that, I will never not take this whole experience like for granted again. Like, it'll just prove how resilient and I can be for myself, and how lucky I've been through this whole process to have had this experience. Because a lot of people with this condition, they don't get near enough half of what I've got, or the funding, or the understanding. I've been very, very lucky. I would say, if you would like, the best example to make of it is if you had a jar of coins and within them is coppers, but there is like a £1 in there, and within that jar I am that £1. That is how I best describe this scenario, and things like that. But I have managed nearly half an hour. I'm pretty impressed, and it'll probably cost me tomorrow, but we will deal with that tomorrow. It is fine. I'm sending you all my love. I've never done anything like this before, and if you're not interested, well, bugger off anyway. I don't mind. But please, if you have the time, like if you have a spare like 5 minutes, please just do go and see what FND is about, because it's just such an underrated condition. And like, you never know, sometime in your life it could happen to you. Sometimes it happens through trauma that you've had in the past that you've not dealt with, or it could just be a combination of things. I think for me it's a combination of things. It's such a sad condition. Anyway, I'm going to stop that, and I'm going to try and find a nice fact. Well, Dire Straits is playing. What's that song called? I don't remember. Oh, what's the name of that song? It's going to drive me nuts. I'm sure you can hear it in the background. That's cool. Right, ignore me. I love you all so very much, and I apologise for the mess, because I look disgusting right now. But I promise I'm looking after myself as best as I can, with the great team here. And I will try and post on that YouTube for you guys as best as I can. Okay? If I can figure it out. If I can't figure it out, well then I'll just have to get back to square one. Okay? I love you all so much. Family, friends, acquaintances, anybody who has this condition and is watching this from the group, I'm sending you all my love and support, and just take things day by day, task by task, and you will slowly see some type of improvement. And do remember to take care of yourself mentally, and also to try new things that are out of the box. Medication is not the be all and all. It does help, I won't deny that, but there are some things that you can try, like somatic meditation is a very good one, and And I think that unlocked a little few bits for me. So if you're interested in that, I will put a link in the group for you guys at the bottom of what I'm using for somatic meditation. It's meant to be very good for resetting your nervous system, and I think it might have unlocked a little bit for me. So I'll send that to you. Okay, love you all. Bye.